The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 210,424. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 4,996. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 1,149, with total confirmed deaths at 60. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, August 10th. Los Angeles County public health officials held their regularly scheduled press briefing this afternoon. Updates on the robust contact tracing program, as well as cautiously being optimistic. They were all sharing that. The public health director, Dr. Barbara Ferrer, was on hand. She stressed why face coverings have and continue to be effective in preventing the spread of the virus. Clinical data has shown that when wearing a cloth face covering, respiratory droplets are prevented from getting into the air by an infected person. With so many asymptomatic COVID-19 positive patients, Dr. Ferrer says there's no way to truly know who is infected. So mask up when you are in public spaces. She also said the best way to continue to fight this virus is to create new normals, which include avoiding crowds, avoiding gatherings outside your household, continuing to social distance, and wearing those face masks. Dr. Ferrer says the county is approaching another grim milestone as the data is just shy of reaching 5,000 deaths related to COVID-19. Dr. Ferrer urged those who do test positive of COVID-19 to answer the phone call made by county contact tracers to best control the spread of infection. And for those who did test positive but haven't been contacted yet, to reach out to the county hotline at 833-540-0473. The information shared is confidential. California Governor Gavin Newsom also held a press briefing this afternoon to give updates on the state's response to COVID-19, the economic impacts the health crisis continues to have on the state, as well as the recent update on the COVID-19 testing system. Governor Newsom stressed at the top of his conference that California is at risk of cutting important services if federal funds do not cover unemployment benefits. Over the weekend, President Donald Trump announced 4 new executive orders, one which extends additional unemployment benefits of up to $400 per week, but would require states to commit to providing 25% of the funds. Newsom says in order to do this, the state would need to make significant cuts elsewhere. This would cost the state an estimated $700 million per week as the state grapples with historic unemployment numbers. Newsom also addressed the data glitch that led to an underreporting of new COVID-19 cases for the past few weeks. The issue has since been fixed, and the backlog was processed over the weekend. Well, one of California's top public health officials resigned from her post last night. Dr. Sonia Angel, the former public health director for the state, did not give a reason for her resignation, which is effective immediately. Angel was part of the state's response team to the pandemic. She resigned abruptly less than a year on the job. Sandra Shu-Ri, the vice president of the California Healthcare Foundation, will be appointed as acting California Department of Public Health director. Angel said in her resignation letter that her department has been front and center in what has been an all-of-government response of unprecedented proportions to COVID-19, and that not one of our staff has gone untouched by the changes that have occurred not in our professional or personal lives. The World Health Organization is cautiously optimistic about the direction of the health pandemic, as data shows a steady decline in new confirmed cases around the globe. The WHO announced today that while global cases of the virus near 20 million and deaths approach close to 750,000, many countries are showing signs of hope. The director of the WHO, General Tedros Ghebreyesus, says he attributes the decline in the rate of new cases in countries like France, Germany, South Korea, Spain, Italy, and the UK, who had major coronavirus outbreaks, due to their ability to suppress it, with strong measures of stay-at-home orders and mask mandates. According to Johns Hopkins University, the U.S. has the worst outbreak in the world, with more than 5 million cases and at least 162,000 deaths. The WHO recommends that people wear masks as a way to slow the spread of the virus, as well as washing hands regularly, maintaining distance from others, and avoiding crowded places. The National Institutes of Health is leading a project called Shark Tank, where scientists are reimagining the way COVID-19 diagnostic testing should be done. The Shark Tank, which received a $2.5 billion initiative from Congress, includes not only the NIH, but the Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority and private industries, as well as to work together to develop new ways to produce tens of millions of COVID-19 diagnostic tests that are capable of providing quick and inexpensive results. Currently, the U.S. has the capability to conduct nearly 800,000 COVID-19 tests a day, but the current tests are complex, where people may need to wait in line, and it may take days or up to weeks to get the results. The program's official name is Rapid Acceleration of Diagnostics, and it's on the fast track with new technologies designed to produce tens of millions of diagnostic tests that can deliver results in minutes or hours instead of waiting several days for a laboratory. What RADx will be able to do in months is what used to take 3 to 7 years. The NIH announced that it is investing nearly $250 million in 7 companies to support a range of new diagnostic tests. These funds will support scaling up and manufacturing these much-needed tests to get them to the marketplace this fall. This will ultimately boost lab-based testing, increasing the number of tests that can be processed while speeding up the time it takes to receive results. 3 of the technologies selected are rapid point-of-care tests that can be administered at workplaces, schools, colleges, child care centers, and nursing homes without being sent off to a lab. So far, nearly 650 applications have been received by scientists and engineers for consideration, putting them in phase 1. Officials estimate after an intensive period of technology validation that can last up to 6 weeks, more than 20 of these concepts are expected to be moved to phase 2 in the coming weeks. A local lab in Torrance announced its assistance in the race to create a COVID-19 vaccine. The POLYPEPTIDE group, which has one of its manufacturing sites right here in Torrance, is partnering with Novavax to provide key components used in the production of Matrix M, the key component of the COVID-19 vaccine. This is being used to enhance the vaccine's immune response and stimulate high levels of neutralizing bodies. Last month, Novavax was awarded $1.6 billion by the federal government to expedite the development of coronavirus vaccine. Neil Thomas, the group's commercial director, says its organization is engaged with Novavax to successfully fight this global pandemic. The POLYPEPTIDE Group is a privately held contract development and manufacturing organization which focuses on peptides for the diagnostic, cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and biotechnology industries. E-commerce giant Amazon is in talks with Simon Property Group, the largest mall owner in the U.S., to potentially convert JCPenney and Sears stores into distribution hubs. There are 63 JCPenney and 11 Sears retail chains located across various Simon malls. As many brick and mortar stores continue to see the economic impacts of the health pandemic and e-commerce continuing to see the growth, this may be a growing trend in the retail industry of stores and malls shifting into warehouse centers. Amazon is in talks with the city to take over the former Costco site on Sky Park Drive. It's unclear yet if they have closed the deal. The Los Angeles Chargers are ready for football. All of them. Yes, folks, football will soon be upon us, but for the past couple of weeks, a select few players have been opting out of the 2020 season due to the coronavirus pandemic. It appears, though, no members of the Los Angeles Chargers will be sitting out this upcoming year. LA is one of only 3 teams in the National Football League to not have any players opt out of the 2020 season. The Steelers and the Falcons are the other 2 teams with full rosters. The deadline to pass on the season was last Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. The only player on the LA Rams to opt out before the Thursday deadline was Chandler Brewer. Now, here's something, though. Players will have the opportunity to still opt out after the deadline if, quote, a close family member gets seriously sick with COVID or if they themselves are newly diagnosed with a high-risk condition. That's per the National Football League Players Association. Cannot wait for football to begin. Well, a local golf pro nabs his first major title. La Cañada High School grad Colin Morikawa shot a 6-under 64 in the final round of the PGA Championship at TPC Harding Park in San Francisco yesterday to win the event by 2 strokes over Paul Casey and Dustin Johnson. The 23-year-old finished 13 under. Spectator free, of course. There's no problem with his swing, but his trophy holding, if you caught the press conference with the trophy, he actually dropped part of it. But that's a different story. Colin turned pro only 14 months ago after graduating from Cal in 2019. Congrats to you. A National Basketball Association Hall of Famer and former Torrance native made headlines today. Paul Westphal, former NBA star and point guard, was recently diagnosed with glioblastoma, a form of brain cancer. The 69-year-old was drafted 10th overall out of USC in 1972. He averaged points and his percentage shooting while also recording assists and steals during his 12-year NBA career. The Torrance native played for the Celtics, Phoenix Suns, Seattle Supersonics, and New York Knicks. Westphal also served as a head coach with the Suns, Sonics, and Sacramento Kings. Los Angeles County officials will soon provide relief to renters most in need during this health crisis. The board announced nearly $100 million will be made available in CARES Act funds to create a COVID-19 rent relief program. This will be operated by the LA County Development Authority. The program launches in a week on Monday, August 17th, and will remain open for just 2 weeks through the end of the month. The goal of the program is to help upwards of 9,000 households in desperate need of assistance, those considered low-income renters who have struggled to pay rent or are behind in paying rent due to economic hardships caused by the pandemic. Applications can be found online beginning on August 17th. For more information, you can go to rentrelief.lacda.org. Development continues throughout the city of Torrance. Construction continues at the future site of Hobby Lobby. The Community Development Department confirmed Hobby Lobby, a popular chain of American arts and crafts stores, will open later this year. With a little setback from the health crisis, the store is set to open at the former Toys R Us site on Hawthorne Boulevard. The 48,000 square foot store is said to bring upwards of 50 new jobs to the city. And at the corner of 234th Street and Hawthorne Boulevard, works continue to bring a Randy's Donuts to Torrance. While the exterior building has been built, work continues as there will not only be a Randy's, but a New Jersey Mike's located there as well. Can't wait to get my hands on some donuts and subs. Well, residential areas will be impacted over the next few days as the Torrance Public Works crews continue to repair roads. The streets northwest and northeast of Artesia and Crenshaw Boulevard are next to be part of the residential and arterial pavement improvement project. Delays are expected and city officials suggest following signs to allow for work to continue through these areas. The massive apple fire blaze continues to burn a week after it broke out in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. So far, the apple fire has burned more than 32,000 acres, destroyed 4 homes, and is now 40% contained. Torrance and Manhattan Beach fire departments deployed personnel to join more than over 1,000 Southern California firefighters and multiple aircraft working to battle the fire located near Beaumont when the fire broke out. The 2 fire line medics from Torrance have returned safely this weekend after a week deployed in the Apple fires, providing advanced life support. Currently, a 10-person team is working to fight the fire from the ground. All mandatory evacuation orders have been lifted. The Torrance Adult School is currently open for enrollment. Like all learning institutions in the county, the fall term will begin online only, with many classes still available. Online courses include Microsoft Word and Excel, accounting, QuickBooks, pharmacy technician, medical assisting, medical billing and coding, English as a second language, and courses to complete high school, diplomas, or GED. Classes begin on August 26. To register, go to tastusd.org. Well, with a few weeks left of summer, we want to hear how you're spending the last of the summer season and how you plan to make it the best one yet. No matter how big or small your summer plans are, we want to see how you're capturing each summer moment. Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community, feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us all how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. For couples who routinely enjoyed date night, one local restaurant is reminding the community that date night should still be a regular thing, and they're here to help. Bettalino Kitchen in South Torrance is taking Monday nights to offer a great date night meal. Tonight only, you can order a 3-course dinner that feeds 2 people for just $50. They are available for outdoor dining as well as curbside pickup. Bettalino Kitchen is one of many in the city now offering temporary outdoor dining as well as takeout to try and bring some normalcy to diners. You can check out a list of restaurants participating by going to torranceca.gov/COVID-19. What a great way for local businesses to stay engaged and find creative ways to connect with their customers. Just another way to show how Torrance cares. Now, if you have a great story to share, email us. We'd love to hear from you. That is our update for COVID-19 today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 4 p.m. as Colleen Farrell brings you the latest updates. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
It's all of our responsibility to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. You can still use your outdoor spaces like yards and decks. It's also okay to go for a walk or exercise outside. Wear a cloth face covering, stay at least 6 feet away from other people, try not to touch any surfaces, and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hi, this is Ken Jung, and I just want to send all my thoughts, loves, and prayers to everyone affected with coronavirus, aka COVID-19, and just want to thank everybody for practicing social distancing, which is easy for me because I don't have any friends. But social distancing is 6 feet apart from everybody. Also, Dr. Sanjay Gupta said it best: behave as if you already have the virus. So behave as if you're already positive. Then what would you do? You would keep yourself socially isolated. You wouldn't want to infect anyone that you love or anyone around you. And that is social distancing, which is being 6 feet apart from everybody. And also go to the cdc.gov website. They have an amazing resources there. If you're ever concerned that you may have it, go to the symptom self-checker, and you can also look up symptoms for people who you love, not just you. So go to the cdc.gov website, stay informed, stay educated, and stay socially distant. Love you.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.